Hey everyone, how's it going today? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Welcome back to Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. Today we are going to be doing something, words are easy to say, that I've never done before, which we are going to be starting work on getting some Naquitite plates, or Naquium plates, whatever they're called. They keep interchanging the two, I don't know. I guess it's Naquium plates. And to do that, we are going to be processing it back on Novice. Now, I have yet to figure out what the easiest solution will be for actually getting it down to Novice. My first thought is we can have some stations here that accept, or that transport, I should say, Naquitite. So we can have like 1-2 stations, potentially, that we can have train stops, basically, and then the trains will go through our space elevator down to Novice. They'll drop their goods off, they'll come back. The only problem with that is it sounds like it's very slow throughput because we can't have multiple trains. Now what we could do, I'm just trying to come up with a way that it's not really going to break with potentially like 4 trains, just because I feel like we're going to go through the stuff so quickly, right? It's a little bit weird. What is wrong with this? Repair the sub-factory. Where do I have... I feel like I went through this process. Oh yeah, it's down here. Okay, so we're gonna need... We're gonna need 16 pulverizers. Not very many chem plants, of course. Then we're gonna need a bunch of centrifuges and some advanced furnaces. All down on Novice, of course. This part is the easy part, of course, because we can just transport the Naquitite bars everywhere and then just use stuff on site to unpack them, basically. Or no, maybe we don't want to do that because that takes bearings, huh? I have to think about that one. That's a problem for later, though. To start, though, we are going to definitely be getting our trains up here. Now, I think what I might do is I might deconstruct enough area over here to like put a whole extra grid this way, right? Which is gonna be like this probably. And then we'll just put an extra grid over here. Another train grid, right? Is that not quite big enough? That is big enough for me. So we'll do that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to have we're going to have a couple train stops go all the way through here. Can I have that hook in? Yeah. And the reason we're going to do this, let's go a little further out maybe. Like go here, potentially. Yeah. The reason we're doing this is, I think we'll just start with 2. But basically we're going to be able to fit a bunch of trains in here, which is the main goal of this. And by fitting a couple trains in there, we will certainly be able to do all the things that we need to in getting Naquitite from here into the trains efficiently and getting it down to the surface a little bit more easily. So we're going to just put trains all the way through here. I hope it doesn't create pathing issues. It might, but we do have loops, I guess, elsewhere in the system, so I suppose it'll be fine. Now, one thing that we do need to do is we need to take a look at this guy, and I want to copy how I did this over here. Let's do this. Let's put tiles in. Can I put tiles in? I can't put tiles in, huh? Okay, let's try that. Oops. Let's delete that. Try that again. Copy. We're going to copy this right here. And we're going to add tiles. Yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure that it lines up correctly, you know? Okay. Then we're going to come over here. We are going to fly into here, and then I'm going to deconstruct like all this stuff in here, and then we're going to just paste this down. Basically, we're doing this to make sure that everything gets in the way it's supposed to, and looks like it probably did. Now we're going to put some platform down over here. Now we are going to need a decent amount of platform, and we're going to have to get it relatively close to the ship, because some of these undergrounds are reach really, really short distances and just barely make it off the ship. I will definitely be really glad to get the long space belts that we have coming relatively soon hereafter. It'll just be nice to finally have some space belts that reach a long distance. Oops, we don't need that one. There we go. Okay. So that's that. We can fill this in here still. And I do need to take this ship and go fix my other ship at some point. It's kind of stranded in space. I don't know how that happened. Like, the structural integrity on that ship is somehow damaged, and it hasn't even made it out of the system yet. So I don't know what happened that would even cause that, but I gotta go fix that at some point. So here we go. We're gonna just come right out here. Oh, interesting. Not sure why I did that. Oh, there's a hole there. That's why. I was like, is it the shield that's doing that? Like, what is going on? Okay. So we've got these guys here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slap down 2 warehouses. 1, 2. And we're just going to go like this. And we're going to throw all of our Naquitite in there. And these guys, I believe, are going to get all emptied out. And then I will have to go do that. Now, this is a good start for sure. I am going to then, in the meantime, while we're waiting for this, I am going to fill this whole area in over here. Because we are going to need some platform over here. And it's just going to be easier if we have it all filled in already for us. And thankfully we have tons of production of space scaffold. Life is not like it used to be. We are rich, and we can easily afford to do that. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to fly over here. We're going to set up some stations. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have 1, 2 like this, right? These are going to be my stations. And then I'm going to have... how big do I want these trains? I could make them 1, 2s, potentially. I have like all different kinds of trains in my networks, and some work better than others. I'm just trying to think of how much stuff it can take at once, right? Like for this, it can take... Oh man, how much are in these? These, not those guys, these guys. Like if you look at this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 times 10. So 10 times 10, so it's you got 100. It takes 500 at a time. So in order to take, what are these? 5,000. You would need 10 trains. So if we do 1, 2s, that would cut the number in half, right? So I think we're going to do 1, 2s. I hope that makes sense. Basically, each car can carry 500, and I want it to be able to carry 1,000 because otherwise it's going to take 10 trains rather than just 5. And 5 trains seems much more reasonable for one shipment, right? Versus more. So let's set up this station first. I don't know that... we don't even need... What am I doing? We don't need this. We're going to just do stack inserters, I guess. Yeah. And then we can throw... We can throw these guys down. Now, I'm a bit surprised that there are no space wagons being made. Do I not bring any space? I might not bring any space wagons up here, which I probably should do. Let's put these guys on here, shall we? So let's grab 10 of these and 20 of these. No, we'll just do 10 and 10. And we'll do 10 of these guys as well. Cool. All right, so those will come up with our next shipment. I'm not worried about it at the moment. we're just gonna keep trucking along with what we've got. We're gonna set those guys up there, very good. And then we're gonna set up some of this, which will be for the actually shipping, or actually powering the trains, obviously. And then we need to get some belts over here, some belts of stuff. So let's continue filling this in, shall we? We've got our platform here, and we're just gonna go straight across the gap. I'm just gonna fill this gap up, honestly, after we wait for this long autosave. There we go. So we've got 2 warehouses of Naquitite here. Hopefully this will get us at least what we need to start. Now, do I want to do 5 belts over there? Or 6 belts each over there? Seems like a lot, but also, yes, I kind of do want to do that. So here's what we're going to do. Check it out. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to copy this. We're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to copy. Ooh, I can't copy I cannot copy these rails in here. But if we just go like this, we can put all of our, whoops, let's pick those up. We can put all of our undergrounds in here. There we go. Nice. I love how fast blueprints make things. And then we can do the same thing right down here. Create that blueprint, and then we can just go right across, huh? Just like that. Of course, this guy ended up in the way, which is just, you know, classic, honestly, at this point. We can get rid of all of those, all of these. I need to keep at least a few. Ugh, and then we can put this. I was hoping that it wouldn't get in the way, but it did. And then we can put these guys right down there. Cool. Okay, so now we just need to hook up the actual belts over here. So we'll go out and out. And we are going to need to jog these over 1. Yuck, this looks kind of gross, doesn't it? And then we need to do this last one right here. Okay, and then we can just go, I think we can just go like this, right? Oops. Go like this, get rid of the rails again. Okay, we can go like this, go like this. And then just fill all that in. Oh wait, we can go like this. There we go. That's a little bit easier, isn't it? Dude, I know I've said it like 20 times. I love blueprints though. Seriously, it's so nice. Okay. So how are we gonna do this? I think we're gonna do this. Oops. There we go. All right, let's delete that. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna bring this guy right across. There we go, nice. And then we just need to hook this up here as well. There we go. And then we'll go out and out. And then we're gonna, I think, oh, you know what we can do actually is just copy this. Oh, it doesn't quite work, does it? Because it's like one off. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do that. And then take this, hook it up here. There we go, nice. And then we'll just take this guy, run it all the way up there. There we go. Okay, sorry, that took a lot longer than it probably should have. But now we can just do this. Fill these guys up. And then we're going to do the same down over here as well. Okay, so this is going to be... Oh, like this, nice. This actually, does this work? No, it doesn't. This works though. That works, there we go. I think our base is a little slow on making these undergrounds. I think we're probably running out, but that's alright. I mean, it's gonna catch up and it'll be perfectly fine. Okay, then let's do this. Oh, this is like backwards. Can I flip it? Oh, I can. Nice. Okay, we can do this, and then what we can do is delete this whole end here, and then we can copy this and just run this up all the way, right? And then we can just have this go like this, and that fits in there perfectly, which of course I planned to have happen. Not at all, I'm kidding. Did not plan for that, but it just worked out nicely that way. Okay, and then we can just go just like that. Put that in. It does not fit nicely. I take that back. I take everything back. I don't actually know. I don't need this much stuff here, but it looks cool, doesn't it? So we're gonna keep it because I think it looks nice. Okay, so these guys are gonna come up here. And then this is going to go this way. That's going to go... Oh, I see. It just needs us to keep going, huh? There we go. Okay, and then we just need to copy that as well. And last but not least, we do need to copy something like this. Did I put that down right? Yes, I did. Nice, there we go. That is everything. So we've got all of our Naquitite being delivered. We've got the trains basically ready. Now, we're just gonna have to go back down to Novice. We're gonna have to get some cargo wagons up here, so we can just take the space elevator to do that. So I'm gonna go do that really quickly here. And we also are then going to need to pick a spot down on Novice to actually, you know, set up production. Now I do love, dude, I love taking that down and it being so easy just to jump down here really quickly if I need to, and then go right back up. So we're gonna grab some things that we need for space, which is actually I think just gonna be those, I think it's literally just gonna be those cargo wagons, right? Which are going to be right over here. It's good to see that we're making some more cargo wagons. I don't need these. These guys, bots will deliver whatever I need. Hello, construction bots that I have been gifted. Okay, let's run back over here really quick to space so we can get things set up. Now, I'm trying to think of where on Novice we want to do this production. Part of me wants to do it down by the beryllium because we do need some beryllium hydroxide, but the problem with that is doing it down there means that we have to go past all of our existing base, which is going to make things just so messy, right? Okay, so there's our trains all set up. We're going to call these, both of these, we're going to call them Naquitite Pickup. We're going to enable this to have a train limit of 2. And then we are going to have, I think, some signals that we need to do here, here, and here. We're going to copy that. Put that there. So now we've got 2 Naquitite train pickups. We're not going to enable disable those at all. We're just going to leave it as is. And then we're going to... can I do trains? Yes. Oh, that didn't save, did it? Trains. Yes. Okay, we're going to do that. Do that. I don't know. Something like that. It works. Cool. Now this. I'm going to take those, throw them in here. Oh, can the bots deliver the power packs directly to this? Because it looks like maybe they can. Wait, let me see really quick. Does this actually work? Yo, that's sick. If you do a blueprint and it has fuel in the train, it'll deliver to the train. That is so awesome. I did not know that. I learn something new every day in this game, I swear. Alrighty. We're going to run back down to Novice now, and we are going to actually start setting things up down there, which is sweet. So let's run back down here, and by run I mean we're going to just ride that elevator all the way back down. Imagine what that ride is like. It's got to be quite the ride. Between a planet and the surface, can you imagine that elevator ride? Elevator rides are crazy when you've got like 100 stories in a building. I can't even imagine what it would be like in real life. Obviously, I don't think it's actually a physically possible thing, but it's kind of a cool thought. Let's get rid of some of these things that we don't need, and let's pick up the buildings that we do need. So for buildings that we do need, we need 16 pulverizers, we need some advanced chem plants, which we should have. We need 22 centrifuges, or 23 centrifuges, so let's do centrifuge. 23 of those. We're going to need 16 of those. And I think we need, what was it, 10 advanced furnaces? 10 advanced furnaces, and we should have the advanced, we have the advanced chem plant, so I think we're good on that. Nice, we've got literally everything that we need now, I believe. Am I missing something? I mean, we don't have 280 mining drills doing this, but we do have a lot of these guys, right? This is supposed to consume 13,000 Naquitite a minute. Currently, we are nowhere near being able to even make that much Naquitite per minute, much less transport it all. But we're going to build as if we are, and we're going to get there eventually, okay? But for now, we're just going to build like we could do it, and then we're just going to have to scale up in the future, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And in fact, you know what we could do too? Is we could throw high level, I think I could do at least level 5 or 6 prod mods in all of these. Like, let's see, this is what? This is a lot. 40 plus an extra, what's that, 20? So 60, 64, 60, 72 plus, that's like 110, and this is another 50. So it's like 160 modules. Yeah, maybe we could do some level 5s. Definitely in the furnaces. The furnaces we certainly can do to get the most bang for our buck. Now, because we're not going to do it on that side of the base, we're going to do it on this side of the base. I wanted to do it down here, but that means just we're going to have to set up a train that grabs some beryllium hydroxide, which is fine. I'm okay with that. We're just going to put it, I don't know, I think we could put it here. We could put a train here for beryllium hydroxide. Seems good. But that means we're going to do it on this side of the base, and I'm not sure what the best place for it would be. I guess we'll go like out here. We'll do it out here. You know, it's going to be like its own thing, okay? We're going to make it cool. It's going to be awesome. And I do want, I guess it is fine just to do it on its own. And that means the trains will be just kind of running through here like crazy, but it's fine. So let's fly out here. We've got plenty of rail to set up what we need to get production underway, which is pretty awesome. So let's drop down over here. Let's grab our blueprints. So we've got here our entrance. This is, I always forget. So entrance is going to be going into the build. And then exit is going to be coming out of the build. Okay. So we're going to throw this all the way down here. I believe. Right? Yeah, exit is going out. Okay, cool. Now, how this is gonna work then? Well, let's consider, okay, what all do we need here? We are gonna need a decent amount of things. We're gonna need holmium cable, we're gonna need cation exchange beads, we're gonna need vitalic acid, we're gonna need beryllium hydroxide, anion exchange beads, we're going to need vitalic reagent. We're going to need pyroflux. We're going to need methane gas, which we can transport as ice. We're going to need iridium plates and potentially heavy bearings, but I don't think we're going to do that down here, like I said. So at least iridium plates. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 physical items, plus 1, 2, 3 liquids. Oh, and cryonite slush. I thought this was water. Okay, cryonite slush. So another liquid. Got it. Oh, and sulfuric acid. We need sulfur. Oh wait, no, just kidding. That's going to be mine. Just kidding. We don't need that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Got it. Okay, sorry. I'm just doing some investigation. So that means, so how I'm thinking of doing this right off the bat is having a shared train that brings those items, because we don't need like an exorbitant amount of them, right? We just need a little bit of each, and we need exactly 6 of them, which is actually a really great number because that fits super nicely into inserting into one wagon. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And then for the liquids, I don't know, dude. I think we're gonna have to have an individual train for a lot of them. Like, we already have trains for, well, do we even have trains for anything that we need? I don't think so. We don't have a train for cryonite slush. We don't have one for beryllium hydroxide, vitalic acid. So we're gonna have to make trains for all of those. But I could do the naquitite processing over here, but I don't know where I would do it. Maybe I could do it here. I'm just trying to think if I have enough room over here to actually do it. I don't think so, because I am going to have a lot of infrastructure, and I also want some room for trains and things like that. And I don't really want to go this direction. So I think it's fine doing it where we started to do it. So let's see, what do we need? We need to start making those trains, right? Now, the first train I'm going to do is the items train, where we're going to transport the items. And you know what we can do over here, though, instead of doing the actual production over here, is we can do our train, all of our trains over here, potentially. Let me see, what do we got over here? No, we can do some trains in over here because we've got a bunch of room and we've got a lot of the items down this way-ish. So there's plenty of room to do extra trains down here, right? So let's do it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go train here. And then we're gonna go train stop here. This one is gonna be, we're gonna call this one naquitite, like, solid item pickup. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. It makes sense in my head, so that's what we're gonna do. Yo, lost yet another rocket. Nice. I love losing rockets. It's very frustrating how many I've lost. Okay, let's block that off. Let's do this so that we can make sure that our train gets fueled. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have 6 requesters on each of those. Let's just throw one of these down. There we go. And how we're going to do this is we're going to do some filtering on these 2 wagons. So what do we need most of? We need most iridium, and then anion, and then cation, and then holmium cables. And oh, we do need a lot of vitalic reagent too. Okay, I guess we're just gonna split these up evenly, okay? So we're just gonna do this. Vitalic reagent is gonna get, what do we need? 1.5 items per car? Something like that. Vitalic reagent can stack higher than iridium plates, so we're gonna do that. And then this can be anion exchange beads, which can stack really high. So we'll give some more stacks to iridium plates. And then how we're gonna do this is we're gonna say iridium plates, we need, let's say, 200. And then here, what we need is some vitalic reagent. Let's say we need 200 as well. Of course, we don't have any of this right now. I actually need to work on upping my vitamelange processing once again because we're still just way too low. And then, what was the other thing I put in here? Oh yeah, the anion exchange beads. Okay, and then we're gonna do our anion exchange beads. We're just gonna request 200 of those. Actually, let's request 400 because they stack pretty high. Do that, do that, oops, do this. Cool. And we definitely only want one item per chest so that it never cannot fill, basically. And then over here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do holmium cables, which are an intermediate. Okay, we're gonna do that. And then we also need to do the cation exchange beads, which are here. Okay, and then last but not least, we also need to do, what was it? I keep forgetting what the last thing is. Oh, we just need to come over here. We've got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. We got this. Oh, the ice, methane ice, which also stacks super high. This is methane ice, right? Yeah. Okay. I think that seems fine. There we go. Okay. Let's request those. We'll request methane ice here. Request 400 in 2 different chests. We'll do the same for this. 400 in 2 different chests for that. And then we're going to request, I don't know, 200 of this in 2 different chests. Nice. So we have literally everything except for these stupid vitalic reagents, which kind of suck. Okay, so that's one train done. Now another train that we do need is going to come off over here, because why not? And can I make this closer? I'm really looking forward to the new track system in 2.2 that they have talked about, where tracks can be basically like you could do a track that's in between these. Not that I would really want to do that necessarily everywhere, but just having the option is nice. Okay, what the heck is up with these? Why do these look so weird? I don't know, maybe it's just like a weird visual thing. But anyways, we're gonna do this. And then we need some, where are some tankers that I have? Hello? Why am I just blind and can't find any? Okay, need one there. Need one there. Paste these guys down, very cool. And then here we're gonna put down some pumps. 1, 2 pumps. With some tanks here as well. And this is gonna be, let's see, for cryonite slush. Which I don't even know where I make that anymore, honestly. Here it is, cryonite slush. Got it. How on earth can we get this through here? Yuck. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Right? Yeah. Okay. That looks fine. I almost ran in between that train. That would have been almost certain death. Okay, so there's some Cryonite slush for you. That'll fill this guy out very slowly. It still makes Cryonite slush very, very quickly, but I'm not really worried about it. I assume it's gonna be filling up slowly but surely, and we'll just let it go. But that is Cryonite slush, so that's one of the things. Now another thing that we need is Vitalic acid, and we're gonna branch off of this guy down here for Vitalic acid, because Vitalic acid, well, let's see, where is Vitalic acid is like over here. Dude, you know, screw that. Let's go over here. I know there's a lot of trains here, but these are really low throughput. We don't need to have trains here too often. So we're just gonna do this. It's kind of, I like kind of all the interesting little train stations that we have all over the place. I think it's kind of cool. Now, let's see, we need one of these. And one of these. One of these. Put some more of these down as well. Let's also put this over here. Very cool. There we go. And then we need to put some pumps down. 1, 2. Tanks, 1, 2. I'm not really that interested in using a ton of this stuff. So maybe we won't do it. We're not gonna do tanks. We're just gonna make it fill them. I'm not that, like I said, I'm not that interested in doing that. I might have this empty out. Empty the Vitalic acid barrel. Yeah, that way we can just get some Vitalic acid in there at least. And call it good. Cool. There we go. Alright, that is very cool. And then let's just switch this back to filling Vitalic acid, I guess. Nice. Alright, so that'll work. We do need to get, yeah, so we have 3,200 Vitalic acid. That should be enough for us to at least like get things underway, you know? But I desperately do need to actually like go to our Vitaminage planet and actively grab stuff there. I am fighting all of the biters there currently, so not here. Whoops. What is that place called? It's this place. If we come over here, I am not actively fighting the biters. I thought I was. Ugh, I gotta set that up again too, where I'm fighting them with our energy beams that we can make from the sun. So yeah, that is that. Now, what other liquids? We've got this liquid, we got all the items, which leaves us with just the beryllium hydroxide, I think, basically. Which is kind of cool. We will need to set up a little bit of a train station over here, and then we're gonna have to set up a whole extra set of train stations just for... Oh, here comes Rocket. Nice timing. That's kind of cool. We are gonna have to set up a whole extra set of train stations specifically for these guys back over where we're actually gonna do the processing, but I'm not worried about that. Okay, here we go. Let's do that. 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 Very cool. Very cool. This thing should be one of these guys. Actually, we should not have those there because that just creates problems. These are chained. Yeah, okay. Basically, you just need to have the correct signals coming in, otherwise trains will get jammed on either side of a set of signals and it'll be really awkward. Okay, let's set this up. We're gonna rename this. This is gonna be Oh, I didn't rename either of those last stations. Whoops, I'll do that at some point. This is going to be beryllium hydroxide pickup. Okay, there we go. We're going to switch these to going out. Very nice. We can change this to like a nice like teal-ish color, I guess. Very cool. I don't know how I'm going to get fuel to this particular locomotive, but we're going to do our best. And then for this, what we're going to do, of course, is grab beryllium hydroxide right like this. We can just grab a little pipe, go right here, and fill it. And those should fill up relatively quickly, I would guess. And then we can always speed these guys up even more. And we can also, oops, we can fill all these in as well with new and better modules. Nice, very cool. So that will increase our production there, slowly but surely. Realistically, I would love to switch all these out for advanced chem plants, but at this point it's not worth doing. But at some point we certainly may do that, because it's gonna, who knows, we may need to do it at some point. Okay, got rid of all that powder that I don't need, and that is gonna be pretty much it. I do just need to figure out how I'm gonna get this thing some fuel. Not 100% sure. I gotta think about that one. But that is gonna be it for today's episode. I know it's kind of a weird episode. We're just kind of getting things ready. We've got all the items that we need ready to send. We've got a plan in place for actually getting items out there. Oh, this, I can rename this really quickly. Items out to where we're doing the actual processing. And now the goal for the next episode will be to actually do the processing out there, set up all the buildings that are going to be doing that, and all the stations that are going to bring all these trains that we set up to that place. Also, we're going to need to have the trains from outer space that have all of the Naquitite to be brought down as well. So we've got like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains, at least 5 train stations that we're going to need to do, plus probably handling for extra room for the trains from outer space potentially. So we've got a lot to do next episode for sure. So hope you guys stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the episode and are enjoying the series, it would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It really supports me, and I will see you all next time.